If you think turning 80 means giving up your strength, your spark, or your intimacy, you've been lied to. The real tragedy isn't aging. It's how many good men have been convinced that slowing down is normal, that fatigue is expected, that a cold bed and tired body are just part of getting older. But what if I told you that the solution to reclaiming your energy, your confidence, and yes, your bedroom vitality is sitting right in your kitchen? Just 1 teaspoon of a simple ginger mix is already changing the lives of men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s. My name is Dr. Mohit Kara. I've spent over 30 years as a men's health specialist, guiding older men through the most personal and silent battles of their lives. And in all that time, I've learned this: performance decline isn't inevitable. It's reversible, if you understand your body. And here's the curious part. The most powerful remedy I've found doesn't come in a prescription bottle. It comes from 3 natural ingredients: ginger, lemon, and honey, combined in a way that awakens blood flow, energizes your system, and restores function in places that matter most. In this video, I'll walk you step by step through how this ginger mix works, why it's so effective for circulation and stamina, and exactly how to prepare and use it every day. And if you stay with me until the end, I'll reveal the biggest mistake most men make that actually blocks the benefits without even knowing it. Before we dive in, if you're serious about restoring your energy, circulation, and confidence as you age, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, so you never miss another tip designed specifically for men over 60. And if this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0, and let me know how I can better support your journey to lasting vitality. Now that you're here, let's start with the one thing most men overlook, but absolutely shouldn't: blood flow. Because the truth is, after age 60, your circulation begins to slow down. And when that happens, every part of your health takes a hit, from your energy levels during the day to your performance and confidence at night. So before we even mix a drop of ginger, it's important you understand why improving blood flow is the first and most critical step to restoring your strength, stamina, and vitality, no matter your age. 1. Why blood flow matters more than ever after 60. When I sit across from men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, good men, proud men, I often see the same quiet concern behind their eyes. They're not just worried about losing strength or stamina. They're afraid they're losing a part of who they are. I hear things like, "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore," or "I used to wake up ready to take on the day, but now I'm dragging before breakfast." And often, they think it's just part of getting old. But what I tell them, and what I'll tell you right now, is this: age may change the body, but it does not have to steal your vitality. The real issue, for most men, isn't just low energy or a lack of drive. It's poor blood flow. Blood is life. It carries oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and fuel to every organ, every muscle, every tissue, including the ones responsible for intimacy and confidence. And as you get older, your blood vessels become less flexible, your circulation slows, and without even realizing it, you begin to feel colder, weaker, more tired, and less responsive in ways that feel frustrating, even embarrassing. You may chalk it up to aging, but I want you to see it differently. I want you to see it as a message from your body, a signal that it's time to take better care of the engine that powers everything. Because the moment we improve circulation, something remarkable happens. Men start feeling more awake in the mornings. They notice the return of natural drive, even spontaneous desire. They walk with more purpose. Their skin looks healthier. Their thinking becomes sharper, and they start reclaiming the confidence they thought was gone for good. It's like watching someone come back to life, one step at a time. And here's the best part. Improving blood flow doesn't require intense workouts or expensive medication. In fact, some of the most powerful circulation boosters are completely natural, rooted in plants, minerals, and time-tested remedies that our ancestors used long before modern medicine existed. That's where ginger comes in. Ginger isn't just a spice in your kitchen. It's a circulation-activating, inflammation-reducing, energy-awakening powerhouse that can support your body from the inside out. But, and this is where it gets interesting, Ginger alone isn't enough. It's what you combine it with and how you prepare it that determines whether your body actually uses its full potential. Up next, I'm going to walk you through what makes this ginger mix so uniquely effective, and why just 1 teaspoon a day might be the game changer you've been hoping for. Don't miss this. 2. The power of ginger. Nature's blood flow booster. I still remember the first time a patient came back to me after trying the ginger mix I had recommended. He was 76, quiet, and skeptical at first. He didn't expect much, maybe a slight bump in energy, maybe a little warmth. But what he told me a few weeks later stayed with me. "Doc," he said, "I feel like something in me switched back on. I'm sleeping better, I'm waking up with more strength, and my wife noticed before I did." That's when I knew ginger wasn't just helpful, it was transformative. Ginger has been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine, but most people today only see it as a kitchen ingredient. They don't realize it's one of nature's most powerful allies for men over 60. It contains a bioactive compound called gingerol, which has been shown to stimulate circulation, open blood vessels, and reduce the kind of internal inflammation that slowly robs you of energy, mobility, and intimacy. Ginger doesn't mask problems. It supports your body's ability to restore balance. When circulation improves, blood begins flowing more freely to your muscles, your brain, your skin, and yes, your most personal parts. That's when you notice the difference. You feel warmer, more alert, you're not as easily fatigued, and your reactions feel sharper, more natural. And the best part? Ginger works gently. It doesn't hit your system like caffeine or synthetic stimulants. Instead, it builds you up steadily, day by day, like the slow return of spring after a long winter. What's also fascinating is that ginger helps with more than just blood flow. It supports healthy digestion, eases joint discomfort, balances blood sugar, and can even reduce that brain fog many older men struggle with. It's no wonder ancient healers called it a man's root. And today, we have the science to back it up. Studies confirm that regular ginger intake can help boost nitric oxide production, a molecule essential for achieving and maintaining firmness during intimacy. When nitric oxide levels drop, performance drops with it, but when they rise, so does your confidence. Still, ginger is only one part of the puzzle. Used alone, it delivers benefits, but when combined with a few key ingredients, it becomes something far more potent. The synergy created when ginger is mixed properly with lemon, honey, and a surprising ingredient most men overlook, unleashes effects that go beyond what any one of them can do alone. And in the next part, I'll show you exactly what those ingredients are and how they work together to give you lasting, natural strength where you need it most. Keep watching. This is where it gets really exciting. 3. The ginger mix formula. What you need. Over the years, I've tested countless combinations of herbs, teas, and natural remedies with my older patients. Some helped a little. Others delivered no real change. But this particular formula, this simple ginger mix, is one of the few that consistently surprises me with how effective it is. What I love most about it is that it's easy. No pills, no fancy equipment, no hard-to-find ingredients. Just 5 things, all natural, all affordable, and most of them probably already sitting in your kitchen right now. Here's what you'll need. Fresh ginger root, 1 lemon, raw honey, raisins, and clean water. That's it. But don't let the simplicity fool you. Each of these ingredients serves a very specific purpose, and together they form a powerful synergy that supports blood flow, energy, and mood, especially for men over 60. This isn't just a feel-good tea. It's a daily tool for restoring your body's vitality from the inside out. The ginger is, of course, the star. It stimulates circulation, eases inflammation, and promotes blood vessel health. But without the right supporting cast, its benefits can fall short. That's where the lemon comes in, both its juice and its zest. The zest contains essential oils that boost metabolism and enhance absorption, while the juice delivers vitamin C and helps cleanse the system. Then there's raw honey, not just for sweetness, but for its immune support and ability to smooth out the sharper notes of ginger and lemon. It also gives you a steady supply of natural energy without the crash. Now here's the surprise most men don't expect. Raisins. Yes, Raisins. When simmered gently in water, they release natural sugars, potassium, iron, and plant compounds that help nourish the blood and support healthy pressure. They also give the drink a rich, smooth body that makes it easier to sip and enjoy. You don't need to be a chef to make this. It takes about 10 minutes, and once you get into the rhythm of it, it becomes a comforting ritual, one you actually look forward to. There's something deeply satisfying about preparing something with your own hands that you know is helping your body heal and rebuild. And the best part is, you're doing it without chemicals, without side effects, and without giving your power away to a pharmacy. But now that you know what goes in, it's time to learn how to bring it all together. Because how you prepare this mix can make all the difference. And that's exactly what I'll show you next. Don't skip it. One wrong step could cost you the results you deserve. 4. Why each ingredient matters and how it works. One of the most common mistakes I see men make with natural remedies is treating them like random ingredients tossed into a blender. But the body doesn't work that way, and neither does true healing. Every part of this ginger mix was chosen not just because it's natural or traditional, but because it serves a unique purpose. When used together, these ingredients create something far more powerful than the sum of their parts. And understanding why they work gives you a sense of ownership over your health that no pill ever could. Let's start with the ginger. This isn't just a warming root, it's a biological messenger. Gingerol, its active compound, stimulates circulation by gently relaxing blood vessels and improving their flexibility. That means more blood, more oxygen, and more nutrients are delivered to where your body needs them most. Whether that's your brain, your muscles, or your intimate areas, ginger gets things moving again, without harsh side effects. Then we have lemon, and not just the juice. The zest, which most people throw away, is loaded with essential oils that energize your metabolism and help your body absorb the nutrients in the ginger more effectively. The juice itself is rich in vitamin C, which supports immune health and helps reduce oxidative stress, something that accelerates aging more than most people realize. Together, the zest and juice brighten the flavor and strengthen the impact of the entire blend. Raw honey is more than a sweetener. It carries natural enzymes, antioxidants, and gentle sugars that fuel your body without shocking your system. For many older men, especially those who struggle with blood sugar swings or low energy, honey offers a balanced and steady lift. It also smooths the sharper tones of lemon and ginger, making the mix not just beneficial, but enjoyable. Now, let me tell you about the most overlooked ingredient: raisins. I know it may sound strange, but when raisins are simmered, they release a soft, syrup-like sweetness that's full of iron, potassium, and plant-based compounds that nourish the blood. That's critical for older men, especially those dealing with fatigue, cold extremities, or low endurance. Raisins add body to the drink and body to your circulation. What's beautiful about this mix is that it wasn't designed in a lab. It came from experience, from observation, from listening to what aging men truly need. And now that you understand what each part brings to the table, it's time to roll up your sleeves. Because in the next section, I'll show you exactly how to bring these ingredients together, step by step, into the most powerful daily drink for men over 60. You won't want to miss a single detail. 5. How to prepare the ginger mix, step by step. There's something deeply personal about preparing a remedy with your own two hands, especially when you know it's going to serve your health, your energy, and even your connection with the person you love. Many of the men I work with have told me that making this mix became more than just a habit. It became a moment of intention, a way of reclaiming control over something they thought was slipping away. And I want you to experience that same quiet power. Start with fresh ginger, about the size of your thumb or a small handful, roughly 50 grams. Wash it well under cool water. As you peel it with a spoon or a small knife, notice the aroma rising up. That sharp, earthy scent? That's gingerol being released. Slice the peeled ginger into thin rounds, about the thickness of a coin. The thinner the slice, the more flavor and nutrients you'll extract. Next, grab a fresh lemon. Rinse it and gently grate the outer yellow peel to get the zest. You want about a tablespoon. That zest is filled with essential oils that stimulate digestion, metabolism, and mood. Now cut the lemon in half and squeeze out around 25 milliliters, just under 2 tablespoons of juice. Strain it to remove seeds and pulp. The combination of zest and juice brings both brightness and strength to your brew. Now bring in 2 tablespoons of raw honey. Add it to a bowl with the sliced ginger and lemon zest. Stir slowly. As the honey softens and mixes, the fragrance will begin to deepen into something warm, sharp, and slightly sweet. This sticky mixture is your flavor and energy base. Set it aside while you prepare the next step. In a small saucepan, add 350 milliliters of water and 100 grams of raisins. Bring it to a gentle boil over medium heat. You'll see the raisins begin to swell and soften, releasing their sweetness and nutrients into the water. Let it simmer for 5 minutes. Then strain the mixture through a fine mesh to collect the raisin-infused liquid. This golden, slightly thick water is your foundation. Now return that liquid to the pan and add the ginger honey lemon paste. Stir it in gently over low heat, just enough to dissolve and blend everything. Don't boil it. Heat too high can break down the ginger's active compounds. Let it infuse for 2 to 3 minutes, then cover and let it rest for another 5. What you've created is more than a drink. It's a tonic, a ritual, a promise to yourself. But knowing how to make it is only the beginning, because how and when you use this mix can unlock an entirely different level of results. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. Get ready. This is where the real transformation begins. 6. How to use it for maximum effect. Now that you've taken the time to prepare this powerful ginger mix, let's talk about how to actually use it to get the results you deserve. Because as simple as it may seem, timing and consistency matter. I've seen men take this drink once, feel a bit of warmth, and then forget about it. But the ones who make it part of their daily routine, those are the men who come back to me with brighter eyes, stronger voices, and stories that start with, "You're not going to believe this, Doc." So here's how to do it right. Drink 1 warm cup a day, every day, not every other day, not just on the weekends, every single day. The best time? I recommend either in the morning or in the early evening, depending on your lifestyle and needs. If you drink it in the morning, you'll likely feel more alert, more focused, and more alive throughout your day. If you take it in the evening, it can serve as a calm, warming prelude to deeper rest or even deeper connection with yourself or with your partner. Either way, consistency is everything. This isn't a quick fix or an energy jolt that disappears in hours, it's a builder. Think of it like tending a fire. It takes a few sparks, steady wood, and patience, but once it catches, the warmth spreads everywhere. And with each day you drink it, that fire grows stronger, reaching your heart, your circulation, your energy, and yes, even your bedroom performance. What can you expect to feel? For many men, the first changes are subtle but meaningful. Maybe you wake up without the heavy fog. Maybe you feel less stiff in the knees or more comfortable in your own skin. And over time, you might find yourself walking taller, laughing more, and responding more naturally to the spark of affection that might have faded in recent years. That's not just a coincidence. That's your body saying thank you. But here's the part most men overlook. It's not just about drinking this mix. It's about allowing it to become part of your rhythm, part of the way you honor your body as it ages. And when you do that, you're not just changing your health, you're changing your story. Still, even the best rituals can be sabotaged by simple mistakes. And up next, I'll show you the most common ones men make when starting this, and how to avoid them so you don't accidentally block your own progress. Trust me, this part could save you weeks of frustration. 7. Emotional impact. What this means for you and your partner. There's a moment that happens for many men when they've been using the ginger mix for a couple of weeks. It's not dramatic or flashy. It's quiet, but powerful. Maybe it's the way they wake up feeling rested for the first time in months. Maybe it's the way they start looking in the mirror with a little more pride. Or maybe, and this is the one I hear the most, it's the look in their partner's eyes. A look they hadn't seen in a while. A spark that says, "I see you again." Because let's be honest, this is about more than blood flow. It's about dignity. It's about feeling connected, present, and alive. I've spoken to so many men who silently carry the weight of fading performance, not because they care about ego, but because they miss that sense of closeness. They miss the way their partner used to reach for them. They miss the quiet confidence of knowing they could show up fully, not just physically, but emotionally. And that's what this mix gives back, in its own simple, natural way. One man told me, "Doc, we're laughing more. We're touching again. It's like something thawed." He wasn't just talking about circulation, he was talking about intimacy, trust, and joy. That kind of change doesn't just come from a drink. It comes from showing up for yourself, day after day, with intention. And the mix becomes a symbol of that commitment. Not a miracle, but a message to your body and your partner that you still care, that you're still in this, that you still matter. And here's the beauty. You don't have to explain any of it. When you feel good, when your energy returns, when you hold your head higher and take her hand with more presence, she feels it too. It changes the dynamic. It opens space for laughter, closeness, and even a new kind of romance, one that's built not on urgency, but on understanding. And in that space, even the smallest gesture becomes meaningful again. Now, I don't want you to lose that progress. That's why we need to talk about the common traps, the things that can quietly undo everything you're rebuilding. Because even the best natural remedies can fall flat if used the wrong way. And next, I'll walk you through the hidden mistakes that most men make when starting this journey, and how you can avoid them to keep the results flowing. Stay with me. This part is where good turns into great. 8. Avoid these common mistakes. I've seen it happen too many times. A man finally makes the decision to take control of his health. He buys the fresh ginger, slices the lemon, simmers the raisins, and makes the mix just like I taught him. And for a few days, things feel different. More energy, clearer mind, a little more pep in his step. But then, nothing. The changes stop. The results stall. He calls me and says, "Doc, I don't get it. I followed everything exactly." And that's when we start digging deeper, because more often than not, it's not what he's doing that's wrong. It's what he's overlooking. One of the biggest mistakes I see is boiling the ginger too hard. High heat destroys gingerol, the active compound that makes ginger so effective. Gentle heat is the secret, enough to infuse, not destroy. So if you're rushing through the process, turning up the stove, or reheating the mix on full blast, you could be canceling out the very benefits you're trying to gain. Another common misstep is skipping the zest and using bottled lemon juice instead of fresh. That bottled stuff may be convenient, but it's missing the essential oils in the zest, the compounds that support metabolism, improve absorption, and lift your mood. If you're going to do this, do it right. Use a whole, fresh lemon. Your body will thank you for it. Then there's the temptation to treat the mix like a miracle drink you only need once in a while. Maybe you drink it twice a week, or only when you feel tired, but this mix isn't a rescue, it's a rhythm. The results come from consistency, from telling your body every single day, "I'm still in the fight, I'm still investing in myself." And finally, a mistake that's easy to overlook: ignoring what surrounds the ritual. If you drink the mix every morning but follow it with processed food, late nights, or heavy alcohol, you're slowing your own progress. The ginger mix is powerful, but it works best when your habits support it. That doesn't mean perfection. It means intention. It means creating space for the mix to do its job. The good news: these mistakes are easy to fix. A small shift here, a little more care there, and suddenly the results start flowing again. And once they do, something incredible begins to happen. Because now, you're not just improving circulation, you're changing how you feel, how you show up, and how you age. So what should you expect next? Let me show you what happens when you stay consistent, day by day, cup by cup. The results might surprise you. 9. What to expect over time. The first few days of using this ginger mix might feel subtle, almost quiet. Maybe you'll notice a little more warmth in your hands and feet. Maybe your mind feels just a bit clearer in the morning. Or maybe, for the first time in a long while, you finish your day with energy still left in the tank. These small shifts are easy to overlook, but they're important, because they're your body's way of saying, "I'm listening, I'm responding." By the end of the first week, something deeper often starts to happen. I've had men tell me, "I didn't expect much, but now I'm walking farther without getting tired," or "I'm waking up before the alarm and actually feeling ready." These aren't just coincidences. They're signals of better circulation, improved oxygen delivery, and healthier metabolic rhythm. That means your body is absorbing nutrients more efficiently, your blood is moving with less resistance, and your cells are getting the fuel they need to perform. Around week 2 or 3, this mix often starts working on a different level. Men begin noticing improvements in their bedroom confidence, not always in dramatic ways, but in ways that matter. A little more responsiveness, a stronger connection, less hesitation, more presence, and often their partners notice first. I've heard stories that would make you smile, husbands blushing as they tell me their wives are asking, "What got into you?" And the truth is, it's not what got into them. It's what they finally gave their body a chance to do. The longer you stay consistent, the more benefits seem to unfold. Sharper thinking, a more stable mood, reduced joint stiffness, a lighter step, a stronger sense of self. These things don't happen all at once, and they're not the same for every man, but they do happen when you stay the course, when you make the choice each day to show up for yourself, one warm cup at a time. And here's something else to keep in mind. Just because this drink is natural doesn't mean it's weak. In fact, its strength lies in how gently, yet persistently, it works with your body rather than against it. The key is patience. Trust the process, and you'll be amazed at what your body can still do, even after 60, 70, or 80. But what if you're ready to take it even further? What if you could build on this momentum and multiply the results? Coming up next, I'll share a few powerful ways to boost the benefits of this mix and give your health and your confidence an even greater lift. Stay with me. This is where it gets really exciting. 10. Extra boosters. For men who want even more. Once the ginger mix becomes a part of your daily rhythm, something changes. You begin to realize that you're not just getting older, you're growing stronger, more aware, more in tune with your body. That shift opens the door to doing more, to stacking small habits that create big results. Because once you've got the foundation in place, the question becomes, what else can I do to feel even better? That's where these simple, powerful boosters come in. Let's start with cinnamon. Just a pinch added to your ginger mix can help regulate blood sugar and reduce inflammation even further. Cinnamon also supports circulation and metabolism, making it a perfect complement to what ginger is already doing. Many men tell me that adding cinnamon gives the drink a deeper, more comforting flavor, something they actually crave. Another underrated booster is a short walk. It doesn't have to be long or fast. A gentle 10 to 15-minute stroll after drinking your mix helps activate blood flow, aids digestion, and signals to your body that you're ready to use that energy. Think of it as turning on the engine after fueling up. Walking also has a remarkable impact on your mental clarity and mood, two things that often improve alongside your physical performance. Then there's breath work. I know it may sound simple, even strange, but taking 5 deep, slow breaths before or after drinking your mix can significantly increase oxygen uptake and calm the nervous system. That helps your body absorb the nutrients more effectively while also reducing stress, which we know can wreak havoc on hormones and energy levels. Breath is one of the most underused tools for men over 60, and it costs nothing. And finally, don't underestimate the power of sleep. The ginger mix already supports relaxation in the evenings, but if you pair it with a consistent bedtime routine, no screens, a warm shower, soft lighting, you give your body the chance to restore itself even more deeply. Better sleep means stronger immunity, faster recovery, and yes, better performance across the board. What I love most about these boosters is that none of them are extreme. You're not being asked to overhaul your life or become someone else. You're simply taking small, smart steps that build on the work you're already doing. It's your body, your path, and your progress. And now that you've seen what's possible, the only question left is, what's next? In the final part of this journey, I want to leave you with a message from the heart. Because this isn't just about circulation or energy, It's about reclaiming the man you know you still are. Let's finish strong. Conclusion: reclaiming the man you still are. If you've made it this far, I want to take a moment to speak to you, not as a doctor, but as a man who's walked alongside thousands of others just like you. You've listened, absorbed, maybe even imagined how these small changes could look in your own life. And I want you to know this: everything you've just learned isn't theory, it's real. It's been working for men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who once felt like their best years were behind them. And yet, something as humble as a ginger mix, when prepared and used with intention, has given them a new beginning. We talked about why blood flow is the silent engine behind your energy, strength, and connection. We looked at ginger, not as a spice, but as a circulatory powerhouse nature's had waiting for you all along. You learned how just 5 simple ingredients, ginger, lemon, honey, raisins, and water, can be combined into something more powerful than many medications on the market. You saw how each ingredient plays a unique role, how to prepare the mix with care, and how to use it daily to build momentum instead of chasing miracles. But perhaps what matters most isn't what's in the cup. It's what this routine gives back to you: your focus, your energy, your confidence, your ability to look at your partner with presence and pride. That's what this journey is about, not turning back the clock, but turning toward yourself again. Day by day, cup by cup, reminding your body and your mind that you're not done. You still have strength to offer, you still have love to give, and yes, you still have power to feel whole again. I've seen what happens when a man makes a decision to reclaim his health, not for ego, but for dignity. I've seen the joy return to his marriage, the ease return to his steps, the spark return to his voice. It doesn't happen all at once, but it begins with something small: a slice of ginger, a moment of care, a quiet choice to keep showing up. So, wherever you are right now, in your living room, your kitchen, maybe alone with your thoughts, I want you to hear this: you are not too old, too late, or too far gone. The man you used to be is still in there. And with this mix, this routine, and this mindset, you can feel like yourself again, maybe even better. Now take that first step. Your future self is already thanking you.